If you're a non-UK citizen interested in teaching languages and physics, then you could be eligible for an international relocation package worth £10,000. The good news is that you do not need any experience to be eligible for this payment. And the second good news is that you get to teach in Northern Ireland, Wales, and Scotland, meaning the whole of the UK. So what are we waiting for, guys? You could also be eligible for a bursary worth up to £27,000 or a scholarship worth up to £29,000. Hello, it's your girl Chi. Welcome to Chi On Demand. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. You keep me going. And if you're just seeing this face for the first time, I am so excited to have you. So in this video, I'll tell you everything you need to know about this relocation route. I'll tell you what you need in order to be able to teach in England. I'll show you the eligibility criteria and how to get your international relocation payment. That is the IRP. I'll tell you about the bursaries and the scholarships and all the extra financial support that are available to you. And lastly, I'll show you the vacancies, the job vacancies in schools already waiting for you so that you can start applying immediately. In recent times, we've seen how obvious it is that the government is doing their best to make the country very attractive for people overseas who are looking to come into the UK to work or to settle down. They did this with the healthcare visa and it's still in process, and every day new people are coming into the country to work. And now they're doing it again with the teachers as well as trainees, people who have no experience in teaching but who just have the desire and the interest to teach. So this relocation route is for you, and we're going to go through it in details. So the IRP will offer financial support to teachers and trainees from all over the world who wish to come to train and work in English secondary schools in the academic year September 2023 to July 2024. It will be paid around the end of the teachers or trainees' first term, and you will not have to pay this money back. You can only receive the IRP once. As a teacher in England, you will benefit from working in a world-class educational system. You will earn a competitive salary, get supported in your professional development, and have varied job opportunities. You could also consider teaching in Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland. This payment is available for teachers and trainees. When I say trainees, I mean people with little or no experience in teaching. To qualify as a trainee, you can either apply for a salaried teacher training course or a fee-paying teacher training course. On a salaried trainee program, you will not pay a fee and you can earn money while you train in a school. Isn't that amazing? Guys, I have a confession. I always drink a glass and do a little dance when I get a new subscriber. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more information like this. Get me dancing. That means that you might not even need to spend anything. All you need to do is apply to a school that offers salary trainee courses, and if you're eligible, you could just move down to England and start your career while learning and also earning. For a fee-paying course, as a non-UK candidate, you can expect to pay between £9,250 and about £32,000 to train to teach in England. What this means is that the government has brought down the barriers of entry for this relocation route down to the minimum. Whether you have experience or not, you can be a part of it. My beautiful trainees, get in here. There's extra financial support for you. So stay with me and we'll go through them. Now let's go through the eligibility criteria for you to be able to get your IRP. To be eligible as a teacher, you must have accepted a language or physics teaching job in an English state secondary school on a contract lasting at least one academic year. And for a trainee, you must have taken up a place on a teacher training course in England, leading to qualified teacher status, that is QTS, for the academic year 2023 to 2024. Your teacher training provider must be accredited by the UK government, and you must be either training for a language course or physics. 2. You must be coming to England to work or train in the 2023 to 2024 academic year. 3. You must move to England no more than 3 months before the start of your course, meaning you must not already be living in England. And lastly, you must come to England with one of the following visas: the skilled worker visa, the student visa, the youth mobility scheme visa. I'm going to put the rest of the visa on the screen. In order to get your IRP, teachers and salary trainees will need to apply for the IRP themselves. They can apply to the Department for Education for their IRP from autumn 2023 once they have arrived in the UK and taken up their training place or started their teaching job. However, for the fee-paying trainees, they will not need to apply for the IRP. Their training providers will pay the IRP directly to these trainees alongside with any bursaries they are entitled to. Isn't that awesome? Guys, now that it's looking like we're getting the hang of it and everything is going on smoothly, let's talk about what you will need in order to teach in England. So, if you're already a qualified teacher, you do not need to retrain to teach in England. However, the things you'll be needing are this. One, you will need to apply for English qualified teacher status or be able to demonstrate strong non-UK qualifications and experience. This qualified teacher status is actually the QTS, and I'll go in details about it later. Secondly, you need a high standard of written and spoken English. That means you might be having to write IELTS or any of all these proof of English courses. Thirdly, you need to pass a criminal and professional safeguarding check. This will be organized by your employer. And lastly, you need a visa or immigration status allowing you to work in the UK. I've shown you already the visas that you will need in order to qualify for this. However, your employer is also there to guide you and give you a visa. So now let's talk about the QTS, which is the Qualified Teacher Status. Okay, trainees, I want you to know that this QTS is not for you. It is actually for people who are qualified teachers already, so you don't have to worry about applying for them. Qualified teacher status is the professional status teachers in England gain at the end of their teachers training. Schools use QTS as a measure of teaching skills and experience, so you will find it much easier to get a teaching job in England if you have QTS. However, if you're qualified from outside the UK, you can work as a teacher in England for up to 4 years without the QTS. Okay, guys, this is just the best part of it. So, what are we finding out now? Without the QTS, you can go ahead and apply for that job as long as you have other qualifications in your individual countries or home countries. You can go ahead and apply for a teaching job in the UK and you can still qualify for the IRP. Doesn't that sound good? So, guys, if you haven't got the QTS and you don't want to apply yet, the UK government has an alternative for you. Yay! If you haven't got QTS, schools you apply to will want to see alternative evidence of your teaching and academic qualifications. You can get a statement of comparability from the UK Information Centre for International Qualifications and Skills, showing how your qualifications compared to the English ones. So I'm going to put the link down as well for these pages so that you can go through them extensively. So if you're not trying to use the QTS, you can use these documents. You just follow the link and get your documents of comparability. Good news is that QTS is absolutely free. You do not have to pay anything to apply for your QTS, and you do not have to undergo any further training as well to obtain this document. Now we can see that QTS is not compulsory if you're a qualified teacher who has comparable qualifications. You can actually just go through the government website to get an alternative document. Now let's talk about trainees who do not want to come into England to train. So in that case, what do? Well, I'm here to tell you that the UK government also has a qualification set out for you. If you don't want to come into the country to do your training, you can go through the iQTS, which means International Qualified Teacher Status. iQTS is for UK and non UK citizens who are working overseas and would like to get a training certificate that measures up to the QTS in England. So that means you can live and work overseas while gaining your iQTS. So who is the iQTS for? If you have no previous teaching qualification or experience and would like to gain a professional teaching qualification leading to automatic qualified teacher status. Two, if you have some teaching experience and would benefit from training and mentoring for a professional teaching qualification leading to automatic QTS. And three, if you're already a teacher but not eligible to apply for QTS. So now let's talk about the 6 reasons to apply for iQTS. The benefits of iQTS is complete iQTS and you will automatically be awarded QTS with no further fees or training. Two, you will gain the skills, experience, and knowledge to become an excellent teacher with an internationally transferable qualification backed by the UK government. Three, you can apply from anywhere in the world as long as you meet the eligibility criteria. Four, you will train to teach where you live or work with no need to visit the UK. For the scholarships and bursaries, we have bursaries worth up to £27,000, scholarships worth up to £29,000 for French, German, Spanish, and physics. Guys, like, I don't think it gets more interesting than this. Anyways, we'll find out. But this is looking so good that I feel like if I was still in my country by now, if I was still in Nigeria, like, this would have been the relocation route I would have been using, because it just looks like you don't have to spend anything, but you can get everything. I mean, like, all of these monies, they're like millions in my currency. Anyways, now the good thing about it is that these benefits are not open for only people overseas as well. So all of you, my UK fam, who also want to go into teaching but will not be able to benefit from the IRP because you're already living in the country, now this is for you as well. So other people who are eligible for this extra support and benefits are non-UK citizens living in the UK, non-UK citizens living overseas, of course, Irish citizens, and refugees or asylum seekers. And I thought you couldn't get better than this. So if you know anyone who is struggling with their immigration status, a refugee or an asylum seeker who might be interested in something like this, guys, share this video to them, plug them in, help them out, please. So yeah, is there any other thing I want to say about this? Also, about the IRP payment, the UK government is saying you do not need any contact person or anybody at all in order to do your applications or receive your money. So please beware of scam. If you receive a random email telling you that, oh, you should contact so 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 and so person for your IRP, please treat that email with so much caution, because there's so much scam on the internet. There's so much scam. You don't want to lose your savings on these, selfish individuals. So please, guys, shine your eyes. On the screen, I'm going to show you some of the other benefits that I didn't mention. So you have the tuition fee loan, the maintenance loan, the home fee rate, the bursaries or scholarships. I'm just going to link this down in the description so that if you want to, like, go through it, take your time and go through it, you can see for yourself. Now let's go through some of the vacancies quickly. So I have some vacancies here that I got from the government website, and you can see for teachers there's 2,419 jobs. Like, guys, this is so much. I don't want to click the link or open it up because I feel like it's just going to make the video so much long. Maybe I'll create another video showing you guys some of the teaching roles that are available, and you guys need to, like, start getting everything ready. I know it's starting in September, but you have to be prepared. Find out if there's anything you need prior to application. And if you have everything already, you can start now to start applying, guys. Like, I can't wait for your good news. Like, I'm sure your good news will even make me dance some more. And if you're interested in some healthcare assistant jobs, I'll put the link up there for you to click on and check out some of my videos and some of the care homes that are massively recruiting in the UK at the moment. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video.